Good morning, world, and all who inhabit it. I need to work on that. But yeah, so if you've been looking at anything, we are doing more Spyro today, obviously. So yeah, trying to keep up with that. We are trying to go for the I'm a VTuber, give me a medal % run for speedrunning. but yeah, we're maybe that is a little bit much to ask. But you know what, I suppose that's just how it is. And I am doing wonderfully already. We've already completed this area, so we'll be able to get through it fairly quickly. Oops. Gotta watch all that. Oh, thank you so much. That's really nice of you, actually. Yeah, it's a bit difficult. I always found it always to be a bit difficult to try waking up at hours you're not normally used to. But you know, that's really that's really nice of you that you've that you really went out of your way for it. I certainly do hope I can entertain as much as possible. But yep, so we are trying to get as we're going to mainly try to get through the rest of the game from here. Mostly just because I feel like after that point I wouldn't really be able to get much mileage out of it if I don't do it today. Alright then. Yep, I've been working on trying to keep everything going well. Oh, yeah, that's gotta be rough. Construction is, I imagine, a bit backbreaking at times. If a bit literally, even. Though I do imagine the schedules are very erratic. I don't doubt that one bit. Though I have heard the pay is really good. This was always one of those areas that also really had a lot of stuff to it. But it's a swamp, yeah. And I am going to try to get through this entire thing without making a single Shrek joke. Except for the fact that I kind of just did. Well, that's just kind of how it is. Oh, there's one. Alright, Bruno. The worst of the Elite Four, some would say. Though I suppose that depends on your personal perspective. I would agree that he kind of was sort of the more underwhelming one of them all. Never really gave me much trouble compared to everybody else. Yeah, I imagine the hours currently aren't really too incredible. Mostly just because the just because a lot of construction projects probably ended up getting cut back because of the because of the pandemic and all. But I imagine there's at least some room for work here and there. Oh, okay, wait. I don't know why I remember the skybox for this one being different. I don't really remember one with this particular color. By the way, these guys are really advanced in comparison to the other ones. Except they all use the same exact kind of metal. No character, no personality to it. Don't even have any. Hey, killing the chickens is my job, buddy. Don't take my stuff. Yeah, but but I remember this one having a few things that scared me a lot as a kid too. Ironic that some of my more fond memories are also ones that were filled with perpetual terror. But I suppose that's just kind of how it is. I'd always been afraid of a lot of things. Even if I try to convince people I'm not. I don't really think I ever made much of an effort to not convince people. Yep, you're not gonna be doing much in a... Oh, geez. Looks like it's been a bit of a rough year on that front. Pandemic, hurricanes, winter storms, ugh.
Watch out, Spyro.
I don't doubt for a minute that you probably have had a bit of a... Oh, geez, I forgot to change the latency of this one. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I forgot to leave the latency as ultra low, just so that I can interact with chat a bit more. Not like I have the ability to go on and quickly censor stuff if I wanted to. Though I suppose I probably could. Well, I don't know. Oh, well. There's a skill point for not taking any damage from the electric floors. I've already failed that one. And there's that. Okay, we are doing great. Great. Very good. So, we're not. Cyprin. It's an interesting one. I've never heard that name before. It reminds me of Cypress, I believe is one that I've heard existing before, but...
what I'd really like to do is get out of this swamp.
Let's see, I'm a little bit unaligned there. There we are. That should look a little bit cleaner, like I'm not constantly looking up. Alright. But yeah, I was messing around a bit earlier, and I ended up getting myself killed, so I'm down a life. So that's always a good time. Oh, I got poked and chopped. But you know what? It's all about, but it's not about whether or not you. Oh, well, that's nice to hear. I imagine it can be a little bit uncertain from time to time. You know, not being able to guarantee that a job will always be available. Though it's nice to hear that at the very least it seems like you've got some good leads coming up. Alright. Got that. And now we're going to move right along. So, yeah, we've got... There we go, there we go. I'm killing it on time. Killing it. At least that's all I'll try to say to myself. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna sit down and pretend for a second that might be the first VTuber to actually try to get a very fast clear of Spyro. But I don't doubt for a minute that's the case. Or that isn't the case. Though, in all honesty, you really never do know. But hey, I'm no professional speedrunner. I'm just being casual about it. But yeah, there's that. But anyways, so trying to trying to figure out stuff to talk about here can be a bit difficult at times. Well, yeah, there always is. I don't necessarily deny the idea that I probably could at the very least get the best speed just because I know these games like the back of my hand. So, like, on a good day, I can definitely get the best possible score. So, you know, we've got that. Not like it. Admittedly though, it's not a real speed run. I don't think it'll be accepted in the Spyro speedrunning community though. because you know they're a bit they can always be a bit rough about those sorts of things. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, I got to feel like I got a little bit of stuff in my throat. That's always a bit annoying. So how so? Did you manage to do a really weird clear of Metal Gear Solid 3? That's one I should probably play on stream one of these days. Not one that I'm necessarily or you know it like the back of your hand. You know it like the back of your hand. Yeah, I can understand that. Where'd that rocket go? Or was there an extra one I was unaware of? That's always a legitimate possibility in my view. Is even if I know these games really well, I admit I'm not that familiar with them, unfortunately. Well, or you know, you forget stuff. I'm very familiar with the games. I spent maybe, you know, like if I'm talking about how I've cleared the originals, I've probably done it. Yeah, I gotta remember. I don't know if there's any way to set it to defaulting to having ultra low latency, unfortunately. So sorry about that. Yeah, it's yeah, I do not know what's up with that. Oh, okay. There's one of the things destroyed. So now we just need to find the last rocket. And we can destroy that last big box. Let's see if we can get over there. Nope. Now there should be some way we can blow that open. Problem is that it's not always obvious where it is, and I have a tendency to forget where all the bottle rockets are. Gonna end up killing my... This is gonna end up killing my speedrunning career. But, you know, the, ugh. Yeah, it's really, yeah, no, but I've, you know, I admit, going on the topic of speedrunning, there's a lot of crazy stuff in some of them. Let's see then. Ugh. Alright. Back into it. And got that. Yeah, but trying to, yeah, thinking of topics to talk about can be a bit difficult at times. I don't know, maybe I could think about some other stuff I could switch over to play on one of these days. I'm trying to figure out if I want to, after I clear this one, if I want to go directly to Spyro 2, or if I want to maybe play something in between so the style of it doesn't get too dull. Because I've been enjoying going through this one, but I do admit I do kind of wonder for sure how interesting it can be to watch, because I'm thinking that'll probably maybe 7 or 8 streams altogether, because I have not cleared Spyro 3 in a while. So unfortunately it'll probably end up being a bit much, or it'll end up probably being a little bit less fast, because I haven't done it. Let's see then. Oh wait, maybe it was over there. I couldn't remember for sure where the yeah, I think it was over there that the last bottle rocket was. They're always there's always at least one or two that's in a really weird spot. But I think if I can get to that there. Yeah, that was kind of my thought, mostly, because it kind of felt like it might be a little bit of a bad idea to do a full Spyro marathon. Because unfortunately, this isn't really a trilogy that I think I could clear in a 24-hour live stream if I wanted to. I think I could get really close, though. Though not like I think I'm going to... Uh-oh. Well, that happened. Alright. Okay, we're trying. We're trying. We're reigniting now. But... Yeah, but the, I don't even think it'll probably be a good while. The longest I currently have planned that I want to try is a 12-hour stream. And that was just going to end up being for New Year's, more likely than not. Because I thought that would be a fun one to do. As for this one, I'm thinking I'm just going to go until I beat the game. Which probably shouldn't be that long. You know, it might be a bit of time. These are the levels that are a bit longer to finish because the gems are in more obscure locations and you've got more weird stuff to worry about. But then you get the bonus level at the end. As you rightfully should, because it's a lot of effort to get to there. It took me actual years before I got around to that. Nope, I guess it's not over here. Maybe it's just hidden somewhere. I can't for the life of me remember. Yeah, this is the problem. I forget where the bottle rockets are. I forget about some weird, obscure way you get the... Oh, wait. No. Or wait. No, I think those just respawn because it's over. Yeah. Nope. Those aren't it. We got a third one. Is that it? Nope. Oh, wait. Nope. I'm looking. I'm looking. Oh. The last place you think. Yep. This is how I do it. And we're still down a few. There's, yeah, probably back there. Because there's always those areas in the very beginning I always forget to mess around with. Like these guys. And, maybe that. Alright, 7 to go. Or so I think. Yeah, I mean, I admit I don't necessarily... I'm not doing it just for its own sake. I just thought it would be kind of a fun one to do, you know. If I don't feel like I'm necessarily up to it, you know, I'm not... You know, I'm not going to... You know, I'm not necessarily trying to punish myself or anything. I'm just trying to see, you know, roughly how far I can go, though. Though I do admit my, I tend to be a bit bad. I tend to feel like I tend to deteriorate a bit bad in the later parts of stuff. Though I also feel like I do a little bit better once I really get once I, you know, really get going. Though I do admit, nothing quite like cutting the stream on to get all of that extra, get get rid of all those butterflies, you know? Once you cut it on and it all just goes away all at once. At least that's how it feels for me. Wait. Okay. Because I am a dirty cheater. I'm looking. I just want to get this one over with. But wait. That way. Alright then. seems I missed a few others. Oh, are they hidden over here? No. Oh. Yep. There they are. Always a few tucked in the corners or hidden in bushes. Alright. Now we're at like 57. Probably more like 50. 50, like 2% maybe? I don't know. Yeah, but it's always, yeah, but that's the thing about collectathons. They can be, how fast you can get through them very, quite a bit, depending on your overall skill level with it. Ah. Yeah, but, yeah, it's always, it's just, yeah, it's really, it's fun. It's fun. Till it isn't. In which case it becomes very unfun. But, you know. But we're all trying our best. Oh. Well, at least that wasn't an instant death. Some of them tend to be that way. Okay, and now for something a little bit dangerous. Whoa! Warthogs. Oh. Did I really get that? No. Well, looks like I messed up a bit. Yeah, those warthogs, they were no joke when they've always been no joke. They charge at you the moment that they see you coming. And they will not hesitate to end you. They won't even, you know, think, oh, this one's a little one, so of course it's no threat, and I'm dead now. Well, that's the end. That's just how it goes sometimes. Hey, I said I'm going for fastest VTuber clear. I'm not going for no deaths as well. Even if technically speaking deaths end up taking off a few seconds from your speedrun, because it's just a natural part of it. And unfortunately you can't take parts of your parts that you have to replay out.
Spyro,
It doesn't really come off much like a Cletus, honestly. And again, I guess I've never known an actual Cletus, so I can't really have much of an opinion on that one. All right. Some of those wells are not accessible, unfortunately. Some of them lead to a very untimely demise after you go into them. But yeah. Actually, I think this is the earliest that I've done a flight in all of these. I don't think there are any after this one. I'm pretty sure this is the last one in the game. And now that I think about it, this one was also a real doozy. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, I think this was one of the ones where you're kind of expected to do multiple things at a time. And I kind of messed that one up. You know what? That's just the thing here. You know, let's try our best on that one. Wait, you can land on that? Oh, that's funny. Yep, I feel like I'm kind of messing this one up already. If I manage to salvage this, I will be a bit surprised. But it's also a legitimate possibility, so may as well not just drop down into that water, and I think we are done now. Yeah, I really can't see many ways I can finish this. Oh well, I think I'd say that was a good attempt. We're just getting our bearings here. You don't just walk up to a place and expect to get it down perfect from the word go. You gotta kind of work your way into it. See, we're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, and now we're very much not doing it. But that's just kind of how it goes from time to time. Okay. Off to a not so incredible start. But you know what? To quote a lot of characters from the Metal Gear series, it's not over yet. But I'm not going to add the snake because that's irrelevant. Oh. Nope. Not that. Retry. Oh. Well, that one was just I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. We'll start over. Okay, well. We'll get there. We try to keep that up. That. And that. I wonder what the records are for just clearing these. People probably have some pretty crazy times on them, honestly. Don't doubt that for a minute. Ooh, I really shouldn't have done that. Wait. Is it too late for me to turn around? Might be. Might be. Oh dear. Yeah, once you hit that point, it's kind of hard to really back out of it. Unfortunately. Well, then again, provided I can get these planes all, I don't miss any. Like I just did there. If I remember their positions, and I don't think I can hit the boats now. Yeah, I think that's out. Oh well. That is what we call progress, though. And that's what matters. It's all about those little adjustments. And that is not a little adjustment that we successfully did. Oh, landed on top of him. That's one thing to try to avoid. Maybe if I tried going... Nah, the opposite direction probably wouldn't work very well, unfortunately. You gotta love how they really like trying to get you as close to the water as possible, though. Though this is one of the later speedways. Yeah, I think they said this was the last speedway. I think that was what that dragon that I kind of didn't listen to said. This was the last one. Until you get to the end of the game. Which isn't really much of a speedway as much as it is a lots of gems sort of area. Oh dear, where's that last boat? Oh wait, there he is. I don't think there's much chance I'm gonna be able to successfully. Yeah, unfortunately, they're not gonna be okay with that one. So I guess we'll just keep going from there. Actually can't really remember how well I did with the speedways when I was little. Pretty sure they gave me a lot of trouble, though. At least now Spyro doesn't just horrifyingly drown like he used to. Like in the original version of it, he would just... Like in the original version, he would just, like, yeah, he would sink like a brick. Now he but now he goes a bit more, you know, he does what he did in Spyro too, which is a lot more pleasant to look at. Besides, Spyro isn't Sonic. He can actually swim. Except in this game, because swimming wasn't really added until Spyro 2. Okay, I think... Yeah, okay, so cool, we've got... Oh, jeez. Oh. It's just how it is. Ugh. Little adjustments. Adjustments. Ugh. I don't doubt for a minute this is a bit agonizing to watch. Alright. Get that. Missed that. That one may or may not have been a run killer. I really don't know for sure on that one. Ooh, that might also have been a run killer. It's hard to tell for sure sometimes because what does and doesn't end up, you know, hurting your ability to, you know, get all of it done. Yeah, they can be a bit rough. Ah, geez. I got a bit flustered there. Ugh. Alright, this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one. I've got it. Got it. Okay, well that was a bit of... That might have been a bit much, but you know. Come on now. That. And miss that. But you know, we can go after those guys later. So we don't have to clear it all now. We just have to get that. We're not going for a record or anything. We're just going for a just regular old completion. And then install the planes. I could get... Nope, that's not the one. That wasn't the one. Okay. We got this. There we go. Get that. Got that. Missed that, but you know, we can salvage the boats later. We'll just go at it in the opposite direction for extra speed. Sometimes you just mess up on those, sometimes you just mess up on the, I went through it a little bit too fast now. Gotta line it up perfectly so the boats can be hit at the same time. Get that. And that. And we don't get that. I always mess up on... I'm always having trouble figuring out just how much I can push it for getting back in the air after dropping. Though I do think I am improving a fair bit. There we go. We're doing better now. And that. And that. And that. Okay, well, that is just a minor problem right now. And since we landed on his head, I guess we'll just go and we'll reverse that later. Got that. That. Get that, and that. And we died. No more dropping. I guess I'm just a bit of a glutton for punishment. Or I'm just too much of a completionist to be able to say, you know, I guess I'll just take the L on this one. No. I don't let myself take the L. I won't be beaten by a computer. There we are. Alright. Best run so far at any rate. Provided I don't do anything too stupid, I should be able to call this one a win. Hopefully. Hopefully. It's also a legitimate possibility that I may do what I always do and find a way. And there we got it. And look at that time. Wasn't that worth all the agony? I would say. But I am never doing that again now. Because that was agony all the same. Ugh. But yeah, that's just kind of how they are sometimes, though. Ugh. All right. Okay. Now back to Peacemakers, where we will work on trying to keep everything going from there. Ooh, wait, oh, this one had something really scary in it. At least for me. Yeah, I do admit that. I do admit that one probably was my best run of it I've ever had. I've cleared it in the past, but like I've never had one that I think it is at the very least the most visually interesting one. Yeah, he's gone a bit too high there. I think he might be I don't know. Oh. You know, that's the thing, that chicken's now safe from me. He's not in there. Okay. These things, they are terrifying. Yeah, like seriously. Ugh. Like they were worse in the original PlayStation version. Like, they were absolutely some of the most terrifying things in this game. But this was always one of those ones that, like, I agonized over. Because all of the enemies were really weird to deal with. The frogs kind of have a weird, the frogs are kind of a bit weird about the way they attack. It's kind of hard to be ready for them, and these guys just they go at you. And I mean, you know, it's a bit terrifying, you know. You know, that's like the ultimate reverse card right there. Plants eat you. But then again, that does actually happen, so I guess, you know. So I guess, yeah, that is the, you know, there is the Venus flytrap. I don't know if there's any that are big enough to fit a human in it. Though there are some really big, like you know, meat-eating plants. Like, there's at least a few that can eat small birds, I think. But you know, that's there's a lot of crazy stuff out there. I think there's this one tree that the sap completely lethal if you just get it on your skin or something like that. But fortunately, that tree's not in a place you'll probably be visiting, so there is that. I'm thinking Peru? Can't remember for sure what. It was in like South America or something. Oh. Jeez. Just kind of hidden there. Didn't even notice him. Alright. Got that. Getting up. Let's see. How many did we have in this one? I'm guessing based on what we've got now, it should be around 400, I guess.
Thank you for releasing
Oh,
me.
jeez. That's only slightly shorter than my older sister. Oh, well, there's that. Yeah, she's like 4'11", I think. Not that I'm really much taller myself. What can I say? I come from a family of short people. Okay, I am not fully understanding what was going on there. Jeez. Yeah, that's crazy though. Oh, well. You know what? You know what? I can't even be mad about that one. I see skill. I respect skill. Yeah. It's hard to be angry when you just when you just get a perfect blind side like that. Yeah, these boars, they're very pragmatic. I respect that. Hey, thanks for dropping in. Is this an alt channel you're using, or is it or did you change your name? Let's see there. Okay, we are getting there. Yeah, it's actually possible that could have been... maybe not. And if there's 100 more after this, I don't know where to look.
Smash them, Spyro. Stamp them out.
So there's always that extra. There's always a few extras hidden out in the weird spots.
How about charge them in
And then the
fire? We
elusive
aren't
25
dragons after all.
gem. It's like, I think the pink ones or the purple ones. Yep. Let's see. Ah, okay. Yeah, I do admit the desolate conclusion is a little bit, a little bit, I guess a little bit, I guess maybe a little bit depressing. Certainly doesn't make you think of the best stuff. But you know what? The desolate conclusions do happen, unfortunately. But it is nice to see you trying to be a little bit, you know, you trying to at least seem a little bit happier, at least. You know, just remember that, you know, and you, you know, it's all about trying to, you know, be that way. You want to be happy. Melancholic isn't a bad way to put it, yeah. I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that way to put it. Oh. Well, you know what? I will give him that. Just got knifed. I bet that one was being controlled by a 10-year-old. That'd be my guess, anyways. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, but like I was saying earlier, yeah, trying to, yeah, happiness is typically when you're trying to be in a better mind state. You know, it's normally better to try your best to you know, maintain it as much as possible, even if you don't necessarily feel like maintaining it. In my experience, at least, you know. Now, where were the rest of them? Because I'm missing a whole 100. Come on, are they gonna make me go all the way to the other side of the world again for it? Oh, at least I was able to remove that bit of damage I took. You gotta remember, a little bit of optimism can go a long way. You know, just because you're an awful batter doesn't mean you can't be a great pitcher when you ultimately strike yourself out completely. You get bonus points if you get the if you know the reference, if you can tell me what I'm referencing. It was a very wholesome video that I personally think would have been some pretty decent meme material, but unfortunately I could never really think of a good way to put it. And now I am, at the moment, I'm in the middle of a fight to survive myself because, oh boy. I remember this one being difficult even when I was little. That has not changed at all. Okay, there we are. See, that's how you do it. Gotta... this room is designed to kill. Ugh, there we go. Got him. Like as a Matt Damon.
Me. It seems
I
like
don't know.
I've been trapped in here since I was your age.
Oh no!
Why?
He's
I remember. Gotta go.
I don't know. It's got that kind of got that sort of alchemist sort of look to him. All right. Ah, yes. Now I've got to figure out where the last, like, a lot of these are. Nope, can't land on that. Well, we'll try to just keep on going then. Now, there really aren't many enemies in this game that I think actually one-shot kill. I'm just really... I had really low... I was in a position where if I did get hit, it would have killed me. Because if you haven't played Spyro before, the way to tell what your health is by the dragonfly following you around. If he's not gone, you're basically dead. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I guess I'm gonna have to turn around and we'll have to start over from the very beginning. Oops. Or, oh, we gotta go back. Start. Or maybe it's at the end. You never know. Yeah, but basically, but in that room, basically, if I was hit by anything, it would have instantly killed me because I wasn't in the right position to be able to take a hit at that point. because this is a fairly difficult, area in the game. At least in my experience. This one's always just had a lot of rough spots in it. Okay, down here. And would you look at that? And we're still missing like 5. You're just laying on those extra lives. Yeah. I do admit it has been a bit since I've played this myself. I think let's see, I think I last played it, it was sometime after the Reignited trilogy released. The because I was playing it on or because I played it all the way through after it came out. I basically cleared the whole trilogy in only 3 days. Because I was very familiar with it. Yeah, you could say that little thing that I was going through there was a bit of a fight to survive. I was very close to dying. Are there gems over there? What's that? No, just some really funky fungi or something. As you can tell, I'm very good at alliteration. Wait, that's what it's called, right? I don't remember. Sure. And now for one that had baffled me as a kid. Like this one was one that I found there were a lot of aspects to it that were really difficult to deal with. But it was always a really fun one once you got the hang of it. Yeah, I know, right? Like, remakes really are just one of those things that are always just great when they do finally happen. It's part of the reason why I am kind of excited for the Diamond and Pearl remakes. Because that was the first Pokemon game to come out that I was really excited for. Because that was like kind of when I was old enough to be into the series. My only concern with it is that I'm afraid that when it's all said and done, it might end up not being as good as Platinum, though. Which is kind of one of my main fears. But then again, I suppose that's just kind of how things are. Perfection can't be expected in any case.
Spyro, if you jump at the end of a supercharge ramp, you can really go far.
No one ever told me to. I actually had. It really did take me a while to grasp the concept of being able to push the sticks down. Actually, wait, is that a thing in this one? Only for R3. Yeah, no, that was something that I admit it took me a very long time to be able to grasp the concept of being able to push the thumbsticks down. It was like the first time I played, I think it was Halo. I've never actually owned Halo, but I like played it at a friend's house, and I just could not understand how you were supposed to crouch down. Because keep in mind, I grew up on the original PlayStation. We didn't even have thumbsticks back then. Well, okay, no, we did have thumbsticks. We just didn't have it wasn't standard, and I never had the like I never owned the DualShock, so I never knew. So I was never used to playing with them. It wasn't really until I played the original Xbox that I'd ever actually experienced thumbsticks before. And even after I'd owned it, I still didn't really fully grasp the concept of pushing down the thumbsticks. Because, you know, we've all got to start somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, I do not know what's up with my throat today. Maybe I should, brew some tea or something to help dry it out or something. Okay, how did I get back from there, though? I remember... I know it's possible. I know it's possible. But I'm just trying to remember. I think there was some hallway that wasn't main. Maybe. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yep. Treetops. Very weird area. Very, very weird area. Yeah, I love it when they do that. They do it in so many games too. Like they have they just kind of tell you the function of the button rather than telling you which button it is. Oh, okay, well this is definitely related to the... Now I have to figure out the puzzle of where I'm supposed to... wait, okay, there we go. There we go. And I think this takes me back to the start. Yeah, this one was a really crazy one. Because of like all of the supercharged stuff that you have to do. And then, go. Oh, okay, we'll have to start over. See, I don't die. The moment things end badly, I don't always die. Just like 9 times out of 10. But that was back when they expected you to read the manual, and that's just not an expectation that you should have to play her. Oh, well, and that's that. Yeah, that was yeah, that's the PlayStation is very weird like that. Okay, so we'll just keep to the wall. Okay, and we are not doing that right. I can't for the life of me remember how this was supposed to go. Maybe if I try to slow down a bit. Because I know for a fact you're supposed to be able to actually manage to be able to reach that. Alright. And that's how you do it. Wait, did he just jump off there? Yeah, I think pretty much every game was that way because because in Japan the way that it's supposed to work is circle is supposed to mean like a confirmation, and X is supposed to mean you know, it's more of a rejection sort of thing. You know, so you use a circle to say that, you know, you're, you know, to sort of say that, you know, you're doing something, or to say yes, basically. And the X, you know, then is used to say no. we will... There we go. Oh. Was that all it was? All that effort. Or did I already manage to kill him? Or did he actually drop to his death after that? I will give him that. I will give him that. That's pretty hardcore. Okay, wait. So... Then we... Okay, yeah. So we go down there. Now I know there were some other routes we could take. But I can't remember exactly where they all were. So... Oh, there's the key. Okay, cool. So that's one mystery solved. Yeah, I admit I have not played the I have not played Metal Gear Solid 3 correctly. I've only played the 3DS version. It's mostly because for the longest time I did not have a proper way to do it. Yeah, it is pretty interesting. You'll notice it a bit in anime from time to time. You know, like a character will, you know, cross their arms to show, you know, while saying no or something like that. It shows up a fair bit in, you know, in the stuff. And now that you know about it, you'll never not be able to see it. Though whether or not that annoys you is going to be a bit difficult to say for certain. I guess that's just a personal preference sort of thing. Always is, I suppose. Alright then. Now time for the biggest challenge in this one. Trying to remember how to make this work. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I think there was an... Or wait, was there only one? I feel like there was another one that had some pretty nasty... Oh, there it is. Yep. Yep. Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, this is one of those ones where it can be really messy. Okay, wait. So we'll try to collect everything we can before going for that one. Because it is a massive pain to get to. It probably would be a good one to play one of these days. I have messed about a bit with 5, and you know, I enjoy, and I really do enjoy playing 5. The Metal Gear, the 3 is a bit more linear in comparison, and I do think it is one of those games where I do think you're given enough options to mess around with stuff to be able to really have some fun with it. Yeah, I always really enjoy it when games have have actual historical references in them. I've always really enjoyed history myself. You know, so I was always kind of one of those subjects. I always thought it was really fun to watch. I was very obnoxious in history class. Nobody else raised their hands. Or wait, maybe I can't do that one. Okay. So, I remember roughly how you're supposed to get this, but I also know it was a massive pain. Oh, well, that's not how you're supposed to get it. Let's see if I can remember correctly. Honestly, for me, I admit one of my favorite things in Metal Gear Solid 5 was the fact that you could put Take On Me on the helicopter. It kind of breaks my heart knowing that I'm not going to be able to do that. Or I'll get in trouble if I do that on YouTube, if I have it like that on YouTube. But I just thought it was such an... I just thought it was so much... I just thought it was just so much fun to, you know, just be able to blast that out of the helicopter. Especially when you call it in to do... Yeah, to like destroy a bunch of stuff. Oh man, it was hilarious. Wait, so maybe... Nope, can't make... Wait. Oh, what do you think of that save? That's how you do it. Okay, now I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I guess it probably wouldn't be too much of an issue. It really sucks too, because I know that it really doesn't take much though for stuff to get monetized. Or demonetized because of, like from copyrighted stuff. It's really frustrating. That just got me thinking, for whatever reason, how hard it would be for someone to get V-roid like that. Like get demonetized because you use a V-roid. So that, I think, would just be physically impossible for them to really get any kind of... Okay. Now, yeah, this, like I was saying earlier, this is an absolute nightmare to figure out. Because there's a lot of stuff that can go into it. Oh yeah, no, that is one of those things. Snake Eater is a legitimately good Bond parody. Okay, wait, okay, so I think I remember... Okay, so if we go down there, and we reached over there, or I'm trying to remember how you're supposed to do this, because I know that you're supposed to hit like 2 supercharges, not like... Nope, that's just not enough speed. Unless maybe you're supposed to hit... Well, that's at least an option. I guess while I'm here I may as well crack that open. Oh, there it is. Wait, really now? So you can get away with the dispute, you just can't get away with, like, anything else, it seems. That is beyond frustrating. But I guess that's just how content creation on the internet is, I suppose. Unfortunately, it's just difficult to get away with stuff at times. Though not really like you're even necessarily trying to get away with anything, as much as you're just kind of getting in trouble for it. I pity anyone who tried to make a career out of Guitar Hero. Though I especially pity them now because their career is effectively dead. Okay, you know what? That is a perfectly doable option. Nope, that's not how you do it. Well, it saved me a minute, but I don't think I can do that very much. If I overdo that one, it's going to end up really messing me up. Fine, I guess we'll start over here. Then we'll... Okay, well. That's not how you're supposed to do it, but that was an option. And it was an option that I would say worked. So, like, did the video not have any views beforehand? Yeah, like I said, it can be really, like, they're really weird about some stuff like that. Or wait, I'm just losing track of it. There we are, okay, down there is where we go. Yeah, but they're always really weird about some stuff. They feel, I think it's just because they don't want to end up getting in trouble, but at the same time, it's weird. But I suppose I can understand the desire to want to keep your own stuff in there. I admit I do have I kind of have a bit of a desire to get into music myself, and I certainly would hate for somebody to just kind of, you know, walk in one day and, you know, use my stuff and then... Okay, that was it. We've made progress. Well, that's one way to go about it, at any rate. It's not uncommon for stuff to be delisted for a bit to wait for certain events to happen. I admit I like revolvers. I like revolvers. Just in general, I just think they're really fun. They're not the best kinds of guns you can have, but I suppose that's just kind of how some some things are. But they're reliable, and that does matter to some people. Also, depending on what you're working with, you can get some of them are really high caliber. I believe I described some of them as they would break my skinny arms when I played Metal Gear Solid 5. There we are. Okay, so we're going to just try getting that. And that. And that. And that. And that. And there we have it. Because that is always incredibly rough.
That was quite a ride, Spyro.
Ugh. I'd better be getting praised for this.
Found an easier spot to get stuck.
Ugh. And that wasn't even a skill point. Oh. Okay, so what are we missing now? Ah, yes. 10. That magic number, that could be anything from 5 individual gems to... like... Right. You know, it's funny, I do enjoy guns a bit, but I've never actually been to a shooting range. I've shot some from time to time. And I would say it can be quite fun. Wait, in Metal Gear Solid 3, was it like that? Oh, I did not know that. I mean, I guess that wouldn't really surprise me much because, like, that's a lot of extra work. But that's actually really interesting. I need, that was hard. That was hard. But yeah, but no, I did not know that. So yeah, we're talking about Metal Gear Solid 3, right? We're still talking about that. The it didn't have the lip syncing was off. I never noticed that. So I guess that's just because it's not something I pay a ton of attention to. But wait, dang it, did it wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I think I missed one was when I was up on top of that really tall thing. Yeah, but I, oh, jeez. Yeah, but it's always kind of funny when you have little details like that. Yeah, that's just kind of how it is, you know? We can't always afford it. Though I hear there's some pretty cool stuff, like using AI to lip sync so you can have the game in as many languages as you want. At least without it looking really weird. Alright, gonna go here. And not there. Oops. Well, starting over. Yeah, it's always that one little thing you miss. Fortunately, this one's closer to the end, so it shouldn't be too much of a pain to get to. Not this time, anyways. Got it. Okay. And now we're going to do that, and that, so we can easily get over here because I don't feel like going through a bunch of annoying stuff to get to it. And now we'll use this. Yeah, it's really weird seeing those upscalings. Like I've seen a few myself. The let's see, the I'm trying to remember for sure how there was some yeah, like it's really weird, especially 60 frames per second on like some old animation. Because like typically the stuff is upscaled from like I think it's around like 15 frames. Ugh. You know that feeling when you got something at one time but you can't get it now. They called me a master once, but I guess I'm not now. Got that? Alright. Okay, got that. That. Okay. That. And there we are. And now for the one thing I missed because I don't know how to pay attention. And there we have it. It only took me, I think, like 15 minutes. Or like 23. I feel like I was an hour when this started. But we're making progress, though. We're making progress. That's what matters most. We just gotta keep it up. Don't want it to get too weird. Uh-oh. Oh geez, an AMV. Did they ever do? Did anybody ever do SpongeBob AMVs? It's really weird. Well, maybe not weird, but kind of weird actually. I mean, when I think of AMVs, I think of like people putting really edgy songs on top of like Naruto footage. You know, and you know, typically the editing isn't like really that good because it's like, you know, it's done by a kid who just discovered Windows Movie Maker. But no. Okay, I can get them. I can salvage this. Alright. That. Got all those. Gotta kill some chickens to For the extra lives. You know, in the original version of the game, when you killed multiple enemies, sparks would actually go after every butterfly individually. I admit, I don't really know that much about AMVs. All I know is, like, they can be kind of cringe. They're the sort of thing that you typically do and then come to regret later down the line when you look back on where you started. But you know, I bet there are some professional level Hollywood editors who got their start making cringe-worthy AMVs. Because you know, it doesn't matter where you start. What matters is where you are now. I have a feeling that I've got a few things that'll probably will probably make me cringe really hard when I go back to them. But you know, that's the thing. If you never put yourself out there, you know, you'll never get anywhere. So you know, you gotta keep that in mind. And now I have to find a few extras. Yeah, I am a master of dealing with those floors. Ugh. Yep. No one's better than Shiroi at it. I can assure you. Or perhaps nobody can match my level of impatience with them. You know what? But it's good to be, but it's better to be good at something. There we are. Okay, and I think I'm almost done with this one. I think that's maybe a couple extras. I think Metalhead was the last one left. But just so you know, don't let the name fool you. He's very much into his favorite music genre is actually R&B. Well, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous at times, but you know. But I'm trying. I'm trying my best. I do at least hope that I'm able to be somewhat engaging. Oh, yes, I remember this one. Well, I've already failed at the skill point. The skill point is to get through this without taking any damage. And it is a crazy one, I can assure you. But it's nice to see that they are at least somewhat improving their abilities. You know, give them a few buckets, and they'll be ready as anyone else can be at it. How'd that get there? Strange. Now let's see over there. And I think these don't exist in any of the Spyro games other than the first. Like, if I recall correctly, this is the only one that actually used the, oh, well. That's how it is for me. Yeah, I've always heard of that Easter egg, but I've never actually done it. is inarguably though probably one of the more awful things you can do in the game. Just because when you think about it, you know, it's like it's kind of messed up because, you know, like that was kind of what he wanted. He really wanted to, you know, I guess kind of go out in a blaze of glory, you know, and you just completely deprive him of the ability to do it. But you know what? I guess that's just how it is. Sometimes in life you just don't get what you want. Oh, but that's a depressing mentality. You should never let that stop you from trying.
Attacking the power pole should disrupt his power supply.
In fact, I bet... In fact, I bet that the End was probably spending a lot of time trying to, you know, still find Snake. You know, he spent that entire week trying to find Snake. Yeah, even if he was a little bit, you know, even if he was starting to get really tired, you know, he kept at it, and that's very respectable. Kind of got a funny run. All right. I think I might have gotten the parrot before. I can't remember for sure how I can't remember for sure if I killed the parrot or not, but... Oh wait, I actually got the skill point? Oh, that's funny. You see, that's the thing. Life is full of surprises sometimes. There's nothing quite like, you know, something, something, you know, you don't expect it, and that makes it better. You know, it's kind of like when you get a crazy, like when you get one of those crazy moments where you just completely, you know, you get into that really good flow state and you just make some insane stuff happen. Or you are completely absent-minded about everything and then you're able to somehow manage to perfect clear this. Yeah, but I can't remember for sure if I ate the parrot or not. When I learned you could do that. But I guess it is proof that Snake will in fact eat anything. Even resorting to cannibalism and eating one of his own kind. Though not like that's an original statement to be making about him. But you know what? When you're in the middle of a hostile environment, you know, you still gotta eat. Okay, I remember there was this bit of extra stuff somewhere around here. Maybe it was in the water. Let's see. There's always those last ones. And there's also always those areas that have really weird ways to get to them. I think there was, yeah, okay, I think it was back at the very beginning where it was. So we'll go there. We'll just try to, let's try to figure out where everything is. Because in some capacity you could say I'm relearning the game because I have a few spots where I haven't played in a while. I bet even those guys who only play Tetris sometimes, you know, mess up. You know, I bet even they sometimes, you know, end up accidentally thinking that they got a line then. Oh, that is so messed up. I did not know you get called out for that. I love little things like that though. I mean, honestly, I think it's a little bit unfair to call out Snake for that, you know? You know, because that is only, you know, that's just arguing semantics. After all, pretty much all of the animals in the game could tell you that you ate them. 'Cause you did quite a few. Yeah, I guess maybe one of these days I'll probably pick up Metal Gear Solid 3 for a proper video game console. After all, my 3DS, I can't stream that because like those things, being able to stream on those things would be really expensive. I mean, I suppose there's a fast food joke in there typically. Though I suppose that's a little bit too morbid. Now, where was that? Yep, there's always oh. Oops. I'm dumb. Again, I'm dumb. This is how it is sometimes. This is how it is sometimes. You just gotta watch. You just, you know, you don't pay attention. Now, I once was able to get 2 of those at once. Crazy. And, you know, that is the first time I think that I have not just completely missed a random gem somewhere. Ugh. The numbers are going up, though. The stages are getting more complex. Will I be able to get all the way through the game in this stream? Well, regardless, I will try my best to. Because it is definitely going to be a bit of a long one. We've hit 8,000. I think there are 12,000 in total. So, you know, we've still got it. We've still got a bit to find. Still got a bit to find.
Better now that so many jump in the balloon. Are you ready to go?
Off to Dreamweavers. Did the song exist before this game came out? I did actually try that once. I don't know if it existed on the 3DS version or not. Because I know that the 3DS version was like really compromised in comparison to like every other version of the game. So like a lot of the a lot of stuff was removed. Like the Easter egg, I think it had something to do with like saving and reloading in the cell or something like that. It was like something for a game that didn't exist. Now this is just one of the really crazy... Oops. That's how it is. That's how it goes sometimes. Alright. Take 2. Yeah, this is one of the more interesting stage layouts. Though I guess for a place called Dreamweavers, you would expect it to be absolutely absurd. All across the board. Also, the mushrooms are cute. You've got the... Oh geez, what'd they do? I mean, I don't doubt that I don't doubt that they've probably done something. I know that Twitter is the place where careers are born and subsequently die in any case. I don't do much on Twitter for that reason. Oh, that was a new one. I don't think I've ever had I don't think Spyro's ever entered a place like that. At least not so far. Ooh. Very spooky. And that guy hit me. Yeah, this one was also one of those ones that I always found to be kind of scary. As somebody who has, as somebody, oh no, oh no.
I'd rather flame the fools.
Oh, that is a very, that is, yeah. Oh, yep. That is how. That is funny. That is very funny. I expect many apologies to come. I admit, I do often laugh whenever these, whenever, you know, big corporations and what have you end up screwing up like that. Man. They... Yeah, that is always something
Thank
else.
you for releasing me.
Oh man. Yeah, this was another one of those levels that always scared the crap out of me as a kid. Especially the turtles. Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt that for a minute. I don't doubt that for a second even, because like that. Ugh. Crap! You lost your job, got blacklisted from the industry, and I got attacked twice by the turtle. Let's see then. Oh. I gotta make sure that. Yeah, but this. Also, as somebody who has worked in fast food, I have to say to Burger King, yeah, no, that's not happening. Never again. Never again. I would say that that is not a job anybody does because they want to. Ugh. Yeah. Well, you know, there is no better way to get to, there's no better way to get to a faster, oh, down. Okay, so I'll just drop down there. And more gems. I guess in a way everything's a lot more scary when it's in the dark. Though I guess that was kind of the point of the level. Man. Yeah, and to a degree, I think that there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to do anything like that, but like, geez, you gotta watch that word choice. Because I don't doubt for a minute that there's at least a few media companies who are really happy to hear about that one. Yeah, no, it's awful. It's awful. Yeah, it's just like it's like, you know, working in any kind of I mean, I don't necessarily say that I don't enjoy you know, interacting with people most of the time, but the problem is that in like areas like retail, you're kind of in that position where where it's really dehumanizing at times. Nobody wants you to like, nobody actually cares, or nobody wants to a lot of the times it feels like, you know, nobody cares about how rough it can be at times. That's the thing I really can't stand. That's the thing that I really just hate about doing it. It's definitely not the kind of interaction that you get while streaming or something like that. Because when you're streaming, people are actually here for you, and not because they want to return an item that they didn't want to, you know, that maybe they got as a gift or something, and yeah, now they're mad because, I don't know, maybe there's some reason why the company's trying to save money or something, and it's just rough. It's just rough. Not a topic I want to focus on, though. Because I want to talk about happy things, not that. Like, I don't know. Maybe... Yeah, I don't think I... Yep, pretty much. If you're able to give them a nice conversation, that's only a bonus, not necessarily why they're there.
Thank you for releasing me.
Well, let's see. I really should have tried keeping count of how many people said that. Because it said a lot. All right. I never really thought that there was a way that they could find a way to make turtles terrifying. Being able to make those basically invincible turtle monsters in here. Some scary stuff. Very scary stuff. Okay. And... Oh, geez. I didn't even see where that thing went. And I missed one. It was probably no, okay. Not like, it wasn't that bad a miss. Oh, that is a bit of an interesting one. I guess one thing that I have kind of considered was, going into, game development. It was kind of one of those things I'd considered doing at one point. I've had a few ideas that I wanted to, you know, try to make happen. All right, there we go. We got that. Jeez. That's the thing that's the thing it's also really aggravating when you got people who really just want to take their anger out on you. But yeah, but on to what I have wanted to do. Yeah, game development was kind of something I have wanted to try focusing on one of these days. But that's something I can kind of just do whenever. It's not like it's a massive thing. I just kind of always had a lot of ideas to, you know, that I like playing around with. I guess I'm probably more of a writer than anything else. So I do have some experience with programming. And even as and even having known a bit about it, it is a very daunting thing. Yes. Okay. And I think they go out of their way to taunt me with that one. They know. They know I want in there. But they also know I don't want to have to deal with them. Alright. Got that. Now over here. And there we go. Got all that. so we should. Alright, so now we've got that. And I can use this on whatever we want. Like, making these guys small again. Okay, how do I get the one to the left? Doesn't seem to want to do that. Oh, well, that is nice of you regardless. Now, gotta hit that guy so he doesn't end up becoming too much of an issue later down the line. Zicamo! Zicamo!
I'll be done when I've toasted that nasty York.
Unfortunately, even if you do want to simp for me, it's not really much of an option right now because I don't have anything set up for that. Because I'm still trying, because I don't want to end up, I don't want to go too fast on that stuff.
The fools you see in this world are invincible, but that does not mean they shouldn't be attacked.
Sounds all right to me.
But there is nothing wrong with trying to flatter, I'd say. I'd say the only problem is when it gets a little bit too, when you get a little bit too, invested, I suppose I'd say. Is the best way to put it. Typically that's where it, well, that's where a lot of the stuff ends up getting really, I guess that's where I'd say you typically start getting a bit uncomfortable. I don't know. I'm not really the best, I guess, at talking about this sort of stuff. Okay, back over to the main island. And we should be able to... that dealt with. And they are very excited to know that they have completely blocked my ability to get in there. Let's see if we can get that. Well, yeah, and that does happen from time to time. We typically don't want to, first impressions matter a lot more than I'd say anything else does. Oh, no. That's strange. I could have sworn that that works on him. Maybe it'll work later. That might be in it. That might probably be a good idea, just to prevent people from overdoing it. The last thing I want is to, you know, come across that way. Yeah, like I know I could probably go for something. I don't know how Buy Me a Coffee is about that stuff. I don't know for sure how Buy Me a Coffee is about that stuff. I don't really know if it has any particular demands. Though not really like I feel like I'd really want to massively go into that. I wouldn't want anybody to feel like they have to or anything. Because, you know, that's well, you know, that always comes across, that ends up coming across kind of negatively, you know. Alright. Yes. I remember these guys looking very different in the original. Though I guess that's probably the case with almost all of it anyways. Alright. Got that. Oh, also in the original version... Oh, well. I guess that's that. Oh well. We're trying. We're also dying. One of these days. Ugh. Alright. Okay. Round 2. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Like I would, you know, you can't really do any good in the world if you're not, you know, if you sacrifice yourself first. That's at least my mentality on it. Or it's a lot harder to do good in the world if you have to sacrifice yourself for it. Not necessarily that there's anything wrong with a little self-sacrifice, but... Well, if you have to completely sacrifice everything, like your ability to remain financially solvent, I guess. Is that the word? Well, regardless. If you know, but if you have to sacrifice your own ability to exist, you know, for someone else, you know, it means that you can't help people as much. That's typically where I would say it starts falling into what you would call the, you know, the true simp, you know. The sort of conclusion of it. Oh, I better move fast. And there we are. Oh, that is nice. Rips through it like a hot knife through butter. Except it's a lot hotter than a hot knife. Well, yeah, and that is another thing. Too much kindness can also lead to you feeling a bit like you're forcing yourself on people. Not necessarily that I think that's what you're trying to do, like that's what you want to do or anything like that, but it can sort of give the wrong sort of impression at times. Like at times a person can feel a bit more obligated to want to do something. It can be a bit of an unfortunate position to find yourself in. Though I have heard situations where stuff like that does happen. Though you typically shouldn't go assuming anything about, you know, people's intentions. All right. Try to see if we can get them all at once. Don't think I can, though. Okay, I could get most of them. But not all of them, because... Well, I guess that was a bit much. Yeah, I've heard some rough ones as well. Honestly, I think they're just kind of sad, personally. Like, it's just really sad when you know, hear that people kind of end up in sort of... That, you know, you can kind of hit that position with something. It certainly does seem to me like addiction, more so than anything else. Though I guess that's just kind of how it is with some things. People just kind of get into it, and then they, you know, feel too much of a need to... I don't know. Yeah, but I've heard a few myself. That's the main reason why I kind of also don't want to overdo it on anything like that. As much as I will say that, you know, it'd be nice to be able to, say, do something like this full time. I know that position. Oops. But I certainly wouldn't want to have that sort of be the case at the... I'll pretend at least it's not a problem. Yeah. Alright, got that, got that. Got that. And we got all those too. Yeah, I know, right? It is a bit rough to deal with. Yeah, I admit, I keep forgetting to set the stream to ultra low latency. Okay, well, let's try to not have this happen next time. Okay, there you go, got him. Well, yeah, I would certainly hope that, you know, it's typically not very healthy to go, you know, attaching yourself to the first, you know, to a person almost immediately. You typically want to give it a bit of time before that. Relationships often do take a bit of time to really become anything really great, you know? I've only really got... I admit I kind of only have so many really close friends myself. Though I do have a few, regardless, you know, like my, though I tend to get really close to people typically when I do. Yeah, that is definitely true. Typically, love at first sight isn't a very good thing to be doing at all. Though there is nothing wrong with a little admiration here and there. Though with Hollywood, they tend to really like to portray it like that. But you know what? It isn't until you get too far in that you realize that there will be no foot pics in the relationship. And that's a killer in some cases. And I don't mean that as somebody who's been who's been denied foot pics. I mean that as somebody who will deny them. Now, I feel like there was another part of this.
Spyro.
Patience, little one. You'll soon have the opportunity to battle the one who matters most. Nasty Nork.
Yeah, but I really need to work on the on the latency. It's one of those things that unfortunately it is actually a setting in YouTube streams that you can try to keep the latency lower. Let's see here. Yeah, I know there was a bit of an area in the top section of it. Yeah, there was a part of it in the top of this one. I can't remember how you were supposed to get up there though. Or wait. Wait, I remember. Oh, this is not a fun one. This is not a fun one. Okay, wait. I think I can get it first try. First try. Not first try. second try for sure. Second try for sure. I remember roughly where it goes. Okay. No. Third try? Hopefully. The supercharged master, everyone. Ugh. But you know what? There is always room for improvement. Alright. Unfortunately, these are one of those things that end up being the hardest to get half the time. Alright, round 3, was it? Yeah. Round 3. Nope. That's not it. How are you supposed to make that sharp turn? I remember that there was a way to make it, but I can't remember exactly how. Yep. Very rough, very rough. So we'll just move right on down here. Oh. Maybe we were supposed to... Wait, maybe it was supposed to go the other way. And that was just it. And the ramp there is supposed to make us think that we're supposed to go over it. Well, we're definitely not getting anywhere trying to go through walls. But then again, sometimes that's just kind of what we end up doing by accident, because we don't. Okay. No. Round 5, I think, or something along those lines. Alright. Come on. Well, you know what? My heart was in the right place. I could have done just a bit better. But then again, but regardless, just gotta keep giving it a shot. Too bad this is one where if I mess up, I'm pretty sure death is the result in any case. And there we have it. Okay, and now
You've become a master of the supercharge. Great work.
you know, I have to say, he looks positively cozy at any given time. Oh no. Okay, this one's not a fun one to do. Okay, Ow. Oh jeez. Yeah, this one is not a fun one to do. Okay, wait, how do I get them to reset? I think I have to leave the room for that. Okay, yeah, okay. So, we need to... Yeah, this was the main reason why I knew that I was far from done earlier. Man. Well, you know what? That's why we just start over. That's why we start over. So, let's start over. Ugh. Alright. There we go. Got him. I got him and his big metal friends. All of his Alphonse knockoffs. It is annoying. It's mostly just annoying because, like, all of the armors. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I forgot. This one gives you it forever. No, unfortunately, this does not exist in... This is not for the remainder of the game. Oh, well. Have a nice day, then. Okay, and now we've just got to get that last box over here cracked open. And we should be not good to go. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. There's always one. Yep. Gotta work on that part. Okay, so we'll... Alright, there we go. Down there. Over here, maybe? No, okay. Yeah, no, but that room was... Yeah, that was one of those rooms that as a kid, it would mess me up so much to try to go through it. Just because of how tight all of those jumps are. You basically have to make these really little jumps that you don't normally make, because otherwise you're going to jump too high and you're not going to hit the stair fast enough. The most viewers I've had on I think the most I've had the number of concurrent viewers on a stream is about 4 at this point. And the most views I think I have on a single video is 17. I can't remember for sure if those numbers are correct. They could have updated at this point, because I think I've been doing a half decent job getting my name out there just a bit. But I'm not like an icon or anything. I'm still just another I'm still just another, just another wannabe trying to make it out there. But you never know. One of these days. One of these days. That lag right there. That wasn't me. Well, I mean that was the console, not my Wi-Fi. Now there's that. Okay. Yeah. But you know what? I'm done ghost busting now. And move on to something a little bit more stimulating. Well, maybe not stimulating, but all right. Moving on. And we got that. Those guys. How do I go about a... Nope, won't give me any ways to deal with that guy, unfortunately. Alright. Gotta move. I gotta figure out how to deal with that guy. Because for some reason, he would not get hit by the cannon. Honestly, for me, that is one of those things that I've got to say. I do admit, you know, it's like it'll be very exciting when that does finally happen. And it's not by somebody that I know. You know, because I could always go and ask a friend to do that for me, but it's something special when it's somebody you don't know.
Welcome to the Dreamweavers, young one. While chasing Nasty's minions in
Oh, I don't mind using the term wannabe. I mostly just use it, you know, just kind of go with, you know, sort of just to kind of explain exactly, you know, who. Not so much, it's just kind of a where I am sort of thing. I by no means intend to, you know, be going by that label forever. My point is that, you know, one of these days I'll definitely probably, or at least I'd like to think one of these days I'll end up being a bit more than that. I do admit though, I can always do a bit better. Though I at least feel like my most recent streams haven't been quite as disastrous as some of my earlier test streams. And those are rough. Rough as they came. Let's see. It's a bit of a shame I didn't have any proper setup for a when pigs fly sort of joke. Oh well. Unfortunately, it's a bit difficult getting when you don't think that far ahead. Well, this is a predicament I find myself in. Maybe if I were to drop down. That's what we call advanced tech. Very advanced. That's basically, I don't know. I'm just trying to, let's see there. Oh. It caught me while my guard was down. It's very uncouth. Very uncouth. But I won't deny its effectiveness. And that's how we end it. Oops. Oh well, we're trying. We're trying. Hey, I'll give one. Hey, I'll give one person a clip idea. Try finding that early part in the last Spyro stream I did, where I said that the where I said that lives don't really mean that much or something like that, and then do a very long compilation of every time I've died. That'll at least probably be good for a few minutes worth of stuff. Actually, I should probably do that myself one of these days.
Fairies are always on your side, Spyro.
Oh, that is quite a bit of effort, though. That would be maybe... oh, geez. Well, depending on how long this one ends up going, that could be up to 8 hours of footage to have to comb through. But hey, nobody ever said it would be easy. But yeah, so far I don't think I've hit 20 lives yet. And this game is very generous with it too. Definitely more generous than the original Mario Brothers was. Or maybe I was just never... Maybe I was just never that good, or maybe I was just never that good at Mario Brothers. I'm not really the best when it comes at platformers. Though in all honesty, Spyro is kind of the only one that I ever really played much of, so... I guess we'll see then. But hey, it might be something to do one of these days. Alright, just gotta get that last one. Okay. Round 3. Or whatever. And I messed that up again. Yep. That's how it is. There we go. Got them all. I just gotta wait for them to get over there and we have a whirlwind. So I guess one issue that I kind of have that I realize now is that I do not have any proper video editing software. Like, at all. The only thing I can do is like trim in photos, which isn't really a thing. Or more specifically, it's only barely a thing. But wait, I am trying to remember what I was doing there. Well, you know what? That's just how it is. The supercharges are a lot more tricky than I remember them being, though. Though I guess that's just kind of how it is when you haven't done something in a while. You just kind of forget about it. Whoa, no. Oh. Well, and that's the end of that. Again, death compilation. I imagine my reactions are at the very least fairly amusing. Partly because I don't necessarily rage. Next stream, that is a bit of a difficult one. I've kind of been trying to think of some stuff that I could do as far as that's concerned. I was thinking that maybe, returning to Metal Gear Solid 5 might be a fun one, just because that's also a little bit on the easy side. I do think, at least for the most part, of stuff that I do want to try playing. Oh, okay. I remember how to do that. I think. Mostly just because I thought that one was a pretty fun one when I sat down and played it. Though I might probably put a little bit more thought into what I decide to do before I do it. You know, I mostly want to try going for something that allows for, you know, that has a bit of personality to it. That, you know, something that, you know, you can really get a lot of, not really just better reactions, but the, but you can really sort of see the fingerprints of whoever it was that played it. Wait, no, this was how I... Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. And... yeah, okay, so we would go over there from it. But yeah, I do think a bit... I admit I'm not thinking quite as far ahead as I probably should be thinking about it. That's one way to go about it. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Well. Well, yeah, I do admit, I'm not overly familiar with all the stuff over there. Typically, though, I also think that it's generally better to, I guess, avoid more recent stuff as far as historical things are concerned. Politics and what have you. Podcasts. That is a bit of an interesting one. I have considered something like that in the past. Though, in all honesty, I don't really know for sure how if I really would much care to want to do that. If I'd really want to much, I mean, I guess it just kind of depends on the subject matter. I suppose it doesn't always have to end up being anything too serious. Maybe just general QAs, stuff like that. I try not to be too serious most of the time. I've spent too many years not being serious, or being too serious, so you know. It's a bit nice to, you know, kind of have more of a change of pace on stuff. Let's see. Oops, wrong one. We've got some over here to look into. I'll keep that in mind. Go all the way back. Check every nook and every cranny. Because there's always at least a couple lying around. So... Well, yeah, I do admit I don't really know how good improv is. How well that is my strong suit. How good I am at that. I feel like you're supposed to be able to make that. I think it's just a really specific jump you have to make. Let's see then. It'll hit that. Alright. Go down there. Okay, okay, I feel like you're supposed to be able to jump up that one, but I can't remember for sure how that was. I can't remember if this was the last one before the boss in Dreamweavers. I feel like it was, but I can't remember for sure. I guess we'll just see how that pans out in the end. Alright. Up again. Phew. This one is definitely a rough one. Oh, clip through the wall. Yeah, but I'm... Yeah, some of these can be a bit rough. Let's see, how many times have I died on this one? I think that was like number 3 or 4. Okay, I don't think that's gonna be doable. Maybe I need to go around a couple of times. Or maybe, instead, I just glide off the big one. Maybe. I don't know. The I assume you're talking about Spyro specifically. Yeah, I mean maybe that might be a little bit more to talk about, and that probably would be a little bit better in general to have more. Okay, so we'll go down there. Okay, not that. You know what? It's all about trying, though. Trying to. Yeah, I'm not the best at platformers. In case you didn't catch that. Let's see then. Got. And we'll jump off. Okay, yeah, no, that's not it. Ugh. Probably will need to move somewhere. Maybe I will need to try to move somewhere else on that one. Let's see. Try going down there. Nope. Okay. I think I'll just quit. I think I'll just exit this level and we'll try again somewhere else. Or maybe I'll just try to get to the actual end of it. Ignoring a few of those extra spots. So let's see then. Was that... Actually, where was the exit on this one? It was over here, I think. Yeah. Something along those lines anyways. Ooh. Trying to move right along. Okay.
Thank you for releasing me.
Oh dear. I feel like I'm being a bit too quiet right now. I gotta work on that. Unfortunately, I don't really put together any topic lists before. Because I don't really think to do that. Probably would be a good idea to do that for the future. Yeah, I don't want you to think that I'm like, you know, not afraid to play what I want to play. I'm always open to a challenge one way or another. Though there is nothing wrong with maybe trying something a little bit different from time to time. Actually, now that I think about it, this probably is one of the more cartoony games I have played. I don't really know for sure how my commentary was in the past as far as playing games that don't have much did I say when I didn't have many viewers. I couldn't really tell for sure how that was. Though in all honesty, I did sit down and try to review them where I could, so that I didn't feel like I was getting too lost, I guess might be the word. Yeah, but we're trying. We're trying. Okay then, so we've got all of that. And I want to try giving the supercharge another shot. Probably best to at least try to do it all at once. This isn't like Spyro 2 where there's a bit of actual benefit to going back to some areas later. Because that's where you start getting the actual unlocks later on. So we're gonna try that. Oh, maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. That might have been it. That might have been it. Gotta go around it a few times, I think. Build up additional speed. I can't remember the exact strategy to getting that. That was the thing. I was always kind of weird about it. Hey! Nice to see that you dropped by. There's that. Well, yeah, I don't necessarily want, you know, I understand that, you know, sometimes a little bit of, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of silence here and there, but I certainly don't want people to, you know, get too bored or anything. I don't really know for sure how good my gameplay is. Might have to come back when I've got a little bit more to work with, though. Also, somebody else is playing Spyro. I can't tell if I'm gonna end up getting overshadowed because of it. All right, yeah, I think I'm just gonna I think I'll just return to the home, and then we'll maybe try running through this one a little bit later. Probably better to go back with a clear head after all. Don't want to get too lost, I suppose. I don't know. I think I've almost run out of life. Yeah. You don't need that many lives in this game. Yeah, sorry, donations are not currently much of a thing at the moment. I'm pretty sure you have to be YouTube partnered to be able to do donations. And the and I just haven't really set up any third-party stuff. See then. And so we've got, I think there was a way we were supposed to get up there. I don't think it was from over here, was it? Doesn't look like it. Well, just I could have sworn that I'd already blown that one open. Oh well. Oh. Well, it just kind of let me that time. I'll take it. I will take it. I just needed to kill him for the gems anyways. Are you saying the act of donating alone is sus, or are you saying that you just think you're sus? Because you never came off as that sus to me. Though I guess maybe I've always been a little bit naive when it came to stuff like that, so. Oh, also, I was wrong. There was one more flight in this one. Yes. You find somebody noticed it. Somebody pointed it out. I worked really hard on that title. And in case you're wondering, I have not been giving very good tips on it. Oh geez. Okay, this one is a bit of a rough one. We'll have to see how that goes. Oh dear. But they've all got that sort of pattern to them. So we'll just take out the trains. And let's see then. Yeah, this one's a bit of a yeah, we're gonna have to see how we can handle those lanterns are gonna be something else. But yes, I was wondering how long it would be until somebody pointed it out. Let's see then. We will. And this one is a bust, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we can manage it. It's gonna be close though. Like, really close. Like Hollywood movie close. Close as it gets. Oh jeez. So these really are always closer than they than you may think they are. Though that's by design, I think. They want you to figure out the optimal path to get through it. Okay, to get that. And I'm pretty sure I've missed at least one train at this point. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't necessarily mean it like that. I'm more so just saying in the historical context, you know. It's sort of like, you know, more recent stuff tends to be a bit more, I guess, hot as far as the topics tend to be. Oh dear. Oh yeah, that's definitely was it. Yeah, but I think that one probably might be the one that I might want to just try. That might be the one that I want to try doing next stream. And that is certainly something that we could do one of these days. I just thought it was sort of an interesting subject matter since we were able to get on it a bit last stream. Now we can get that and that. Yeah, these guys are really hard to deal with. So I typically try to space my streams out a bit. Mostly just because I don't want to end up completely burning myself out all at once. One of these days I'm going to have to do another pre-work stream, which are always a little bit on the rough side. Unfortunately, a bird's told me that there's a decent enough chance also that I might be pulling a full 7 days this week. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, and we never have, we haven't yet, so yep, very rough. I do admit we could, yeah, but it would be a fun one to, do one of these days, I mostly just say that it's probably a good idea typically to, plan out, collaborations before going, too deep into it all. Just, not more so just so we can get days and what have you figured out. Not everybody has the same schedules after all. But let's see here. There's that. I've sworn there was another one around here somewhere. Or maybe I'm not supposed to start with the lanterns. The lighthouse, I think, is probably a more appropriate term to be using. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I'd been thinking. I'd been sitting on that one for weeks before I made it. I couldn't help myself. I'd been sitting on that video for. I'd been sitting on it for like a week or something like that before I well, not the video itself, but like the joke. But I will always say one thing: if anybody is a bit more experienced with Japanese, I do admit it's a legitimate possibility. I probably got a lot of that wrong. Oh yeah, I know how to say big PP energy in Japanese. Oh geez, you're gonna mess me up. Wait, I gotta pause for this one. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. I know that one. I know that one. Yeah, I know that one. I'm pretty sure it's wait, let's see. I like sex. That's not gonna be clipped. Definitely not gonna be clipped. That's not the kind of things that clips were made for. Oh, I guess love would be more appropriate. I guess love would be a bit more appropriate of a word to use, just because daisuki is a bit more it is a bit more it is a bit more it's a more affectionate word to use. Yep, I just got clipped. I got clipped. I'm not even gonna tell you not to. I walked right into that. Ugh. Also, just so you know, provided it is only hiragana, I can read it. It just might take me a few seconds because I'm not like that good with it yet. So you know what? At least they didn't. At least I didn't go that far in with it. Wait a second. Did the when you put that up there, did it actually have the wait? Did it use desu in it? Actually, can't remember if it did or not. That's technically grammatically incorrect. Well, then again, honestly, I don't really. I don't really know if it would be that grammatically incorrect, though. I guess maybe a bit more, a bit more. Man, you guys are gonna give everybody the wrong idea of me. I try to be wholesome. You guys. Oh, I don't doubt for a minute that I don't doubt for a minute that I probably have a lot of stuff for. Hey, that is one of the most important things about knowing Japanese. That is one of the most important things about knowing Japanese. It means that when a weeb comes in and, you know, says something in Japanese, you can easily shut them down. You don't have to worry about them being... They're less disruptive that way. Okay, wait, maybe I need to start with... It'll happen one of these days. Okay, wait, so we'll try starting from there. You guys. Try to get through this. You're messing me up. All right. Got that. Okay, so that's +3 for all those. I don't know. Yeah, but don't get it. But I don't want anybody to get it twisted. I am enjoying the interaction. Well, there is a fair bit of that in the world. I do know that. I've been on the internet long enough. Well, I'm saying guys in that general sense. Though I suppose you're free to interpret it however you want. It's just nice to it's just nice to see everybody having fun. Get. No, it's that one. Alright. Alright, looks like I am definitely not doing that. Okay. Well, you know, guys can kind of be guys typically has plenty of ways to interpret it, because there are plenty of times when it's seen more so in the where it can be looked at in that more general sense, I guess. Dude gets that. Yeah, dude is kind of like that as well. Ah, I missed a couple of the copters. have to see where all of the chests are so I can figure out the best route for that. We're getting there, though. We're getting there, though. Yeah, but one thing I learned a long time ago is that language is a very, language is a more complicated thing than I think people are typically willing to, than most people understand it to be. Like the, like context, the way that language typically works. One thing that I learned a long time ago about it is that it's the meanings of words and what have you can change a lot over the years. Alright. Later. Thank you. Thanks for watching, by the way. Man, this one is a bit of a nightmare. Ugh. Let's see then. Unfortunately, in my experience, pleads for an adult aren't typically going to end up very well in these cases. So unfortunately, I know that there's not really much hope for me not being alone with all of you degenerates. I'm kidding. I'm having a very good time. Guess I'll have to step it up. I'm not gonna be losing. Well, one of the best ways I can recommend dealing with content is just to kind of just upload stuff whenever you feel like it. Like for me, my you know, with a lot of my stuff, I kind of just, you know, you just kind of have an idea and you just feel like you just kind of do it. That's at least I feel like one of the better ways to go about it. Well, you know what? That is probably one of the most reasonable statements I have ever heard. VTubing and degeneracy go hand in hand. What can I say? Is I will try to check the and I'll normally you know, listen to them while I'm doing something else. It's just easier that way, I think. Oh dear. I feel like this is probably going to end up in the end of this run. Let's see then. We'll try to see what happens. Let's try that again. Alright. Got that and that. Okay, so then we do a quick Yui over here. And then very unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure these things cap it. Because I think the timer caps out at 30. Now let's see. We get that, that. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, I think I missed one. I guess that's just how it is. And we've got that. And that. So what sort of stuff do you have in mind for that? We can probably go over the details a little bit later after the stream is over. But yeah, but I do think it would be very interesting to go over some stuff on that front. Whether it's discussing things like Japanese or maybe a bit of your some of your own stuff like Hungarian, maybe a little bit of that. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Oh, wait. Okay, there it is. And by some miracle, I actually did it. I am kind of surprised. Now I can never do it again. Which is all I want to do right now. Also, I gotta work on getting the... Gotta work on figuring out some of my tech issues with some of my stuff. Because I'm pretty sure that Streamlabels hasn't updated in weeks. Like the word for Hungary, or... Because that's actually kind of interesting. So... Okay, I think that was the last of them. It is always a little bit jarring, though I imagine it's probably gotta be pretty weird if you think it specifically is kind of weird. Like, it's kind of jarring when you first hear a place's name in the actual language. Oh wait, it's over here, I think. Yeah. And we are still down a few. Quite a few even. Oh wait, but I haven't gone to the very end of the stage, so... We've still got a few places to look. Oh wait, no, I didn't need to go on that. Oops. I'm too focused on chat. This is interesting. Oh geez, I don't even know. I don't even know how you would pronounce that. Magyarország. Magyarország. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. Well. You don't need any lives in this game. Could complete it with my hands tied behind my back. Alright. So like so it's spelt really differently from how it actually is pronounced. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. Or it's spelt really differently from. Yeah. That's what I meant by it. Yeah, language is fun. So, so I take it it's not pronounced like it's spelled. I assume it isn't like a y. Okay, so at least, well, I don't really know how my own attempt at pronunciation there was, but jeez. Like I said, I'm focusing so much on chat, it's messing me up in the game. I guess that just goes to show how good you guys are at making good conversation pieces. That's that is very interesting. Yeah, I am trying to focus. I am. It's just like, it's crazy, all of it. I think I'll be able to make it to the end regardless. Alright, there we go. Get that. My experience so far with Japanese has been that a lot of the words are spelt pretty much like they sound. Though I would at least say that that's one thing I have really noticed about the language. The sounds are really easy to pick up, especially if you already spoke English to begin with. Okay, wait, actually no, there is one. There is actually one character that is not pronounced the way it's spelled. It's the character. That one isn't that one is the only one that I can think of that isn't spelt and pronounced the same way. Wait, how does this one? Okay, over here. Okay, we go up here. And how does that work? Maybe one of these guys hits it. Well, there are 50 of them, so I would think that calling that isn't too incorrect. And there's a lot of them to remember, too. If asked, I would not be able to name every state. For a fact, there was a guy who controls that one. Ah, there it is. Got that and that. Let's see, the highest concentration of French people in the States. I mean, my guess would be that it would end up being one of the more northern states due to the proximity to Canada. Maine. Maine. Is that it?
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Take care.
No, no, not Maine. I think it was a good guess. Do a lot of are there a lot of French speakers in the States? Because that is news to me. Well, goes to show it I know. I would have thought that it would have been a state that was a bit closer to Canada. Because, you know, they have French as one of their primary second languages over there. Unless I've just got my geography completely messed up, and in reality, it is... or that in reality it is. And now I can assure you, I don't know how to read that. Or that. And unfortunately, French and Russian aren't necessary. Well, actually, I think that's Russian at least. I don't know for sure, actually. Then again, you know. But then again, you never know. The script looks about what I think it is. Geez, looks like that. It looks like that language learning stream is gonna definitely have to happen one of these days. I can't even understand what
Any advice
Cirilla.
for this battle?
I feel like I've heard of that before, but I can't really remember from where.
High in life, but watch out for flying boxes.
Okay, okay.
Huh?
So is it used in multiple languages, or is it just... Or I assume it's in multiple languages. Alright. It's not a gift I want. Alright. Yeah. Sir, I never even really try with these two. Like I just so happen to always get the I just so always happen to get the chat's gone wild. I can't read any of it. That's how you know you've hit that point. Alright, okay, let's see, Latin. Oh, really? Was Latin really where, was Greek was before Latin? That's also very interesting. I did not know that. I'm learning so much today. But I'm not learning where that key is. Probably somewhere around here. Alright, we got that. And... well, not over here, unfortunately. I gotta focus, guys. You're interesting me too much. Okay. I will take that L with pride. Well, not pride, but I'll take it gracefully. Because, admit, that was frame perfect. I'm out of it. I'm out of it. Alright, yeah. Very out of it. Okay, wait. There we go. Yeah, okay, that is pretty funny. any places I haven't checked yet. Let's try turning on the map. See if that'll change how we see anything. It's barely readable, but hey. Ah, man. Yeah, but this has been a fun time. Okay then. Now let's try and find that key. Could be somewhere around here. After all, a chest without a key doesn't typically... Well, it's not typically normal. But sometimes people just want to lock things away and never see them again. Maybe in reality, the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. And depending on your personal viewpoints, it's a very lame treasure. Okay, so we've got that. Could be somewhere around here. Only the realest of friends, though. No. The fake friends. You can get a lot. It's very easy to make a lot of those. Just go on Facebook. You can get all the you can get all the fake friends you want. I don't know, I don't know, real tomodachis. Well, tomodachi specifically, because his Japanese doesn't really use plural, so. And I completely ruined that one. And unfortunately, I don't know the Japanese word for real yet, so we'll just, yeah. Let's see then. Well, I would feel a bit bad though if I went through this and didn't get the 100%. I admit, I feel bad. If I wish I knew, I could say with absolute certainty that was the correct kanji. But unfortunately, I really can't. Well, given that it is in katakana, that does mean that, well, Google is not who I typically ask. Mostly just because Google has sent me on Many has taught me many incorrect things. Or at least it never works that effectively. And I ask Google a lot too. Unfortunately, they're just wrong a little bit more often than I'd like them to be. Okay, and that makes 2 levels that I have not completed. And in both cases, they weren't really. Oh well, I'll try to keep going from here.
Well done, Spyro.
At least I want to get to the final boss.
Nasty's world is. Are you ready to go?
Off to Nasty's world. I hear it is a very unpleasant place. $10K what? Okay, let's see then. Oh, am I really that close to dying? Let's see then. Let's rectify that problem.
Need a lift?
Nope, I don't need a lift. Just need some gems. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? I think it ends with... I can't remember for sure how much it ends with. I think it's like 14K.
Hey, didn't I already free you?
You're in Nasty's world now, Spyro.
Ah.
You are the dragon that must defeat him.
Bring him on. I'm ready.
Reach the exit in
Yeah.
each of Nasty's lands. Then you can challenge
Yeah, but the,
York himself.
Yeah, but I think it's altogether about 76 dragons, I think. Or wait, no. No, that's not it. That's not it. I think it was like 84, maybe. Something along those lines. Something along those lines. North Cove. I have a feeling there's going to be a theme here. Also, I will say, this is the most lazily designed home level in the entire game. I mean, I know it's designed with a very explicit purpose, but, like, still. Doesn't change the fact that it's just a bunch of doors that you gotta go through in order. Alright. Oh. Well, that's one way to go about it. Now, who would leave something like that right next to an explosive barrel? I tell you, this place is not up to code. Or so I imagine. That's not really my area of expertise, unfortunately. And then again, that attack wasn't up to code. Okay. There we go. And... there we go. And we are very close to being dead now. Oh, I bet they'd have a field day with that one. No doubt.
Keep up the good work, Spyro. I expect Nasty's really starting to worry about you.
I'd be shaking in my Nork boots if I were him.
Well, I guess there's that. But an unfortunate circumstance. You get right there at the end and then end up drowning in a puddle. But I guess that's just kind of how it has to be sometimes. Let's see then. Ah, okay, I see how we get that one open. Okay, well that's not how you're supposed to do it either. Okay, that. I'm pretty sure that that's basically the entirety of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, though. It's just all OSHA violations. I mean, that chocolate river. Yeah, that thing was it was open air. Anyone could get into it. And it was so bad that somebody did. Okay, well, I will try to do this from far away because I do not want to die like that. Again. Oh yeah, I forgot he did that. I forgot that he went over. That he actually did do a video on whether or not on how up to code Willy Wonka's place was. Okay. Nope, couldn't get them both. The important thing here is that I tried. There we are. I mean, having all these explosive barrels lying around. Yeah, I do admit he is one of those that has certainly isn't quite where he used to be. Well, not necessarily that, but his
Especially by such a little
his stuff
dragon.
isn't quite as good as
What I mean is, I always believed in you, Spyro.
You gotta believe.
it isn't quite at the same level, I guess. I guess eventually everybody just hits that point where they become mainstream garbage, you know? Though there is also the number of times he was just outright wrong. Alright. You know, it's... you know, it's really funny. But if they wanted to, like, actually get a situation where it was actually impossible for Spyro to win, all they'd have to do is just find a really big guy and just have him wear armor. And that'd be it. And like not have some fatal flaw in it. I know it's a gameplay mechanic, but you know what? Dumb moves are still dumb moves. Wait, did we have? I can't tell. Okay then, Alright then. That's kind of the issue when you start doing a consistent uploading schedule on stuff, I think. Like, you just kind of hit that point where it's more about getting content out there rather than actually getting quality. Like, I think that that's kind of a bit of a common thing that happens with a lot of people when they start really getting big. Because they start to feel the need to constantly have stuff coming out, regardless of whether or not it's really all that good. That's at least how I kind of see it. It's either that or it starts to impact your physical health, which does also happen in some cases. I guess you either end up having to decrease your overall quality, or you end up nearly killing yourself when it comes to producing large quantities of content. Or sometimes you end up doing both. Yeah, that one is kind of a bit of a fatal flaw, I would say. I would say it's something you really can't... I would say that it's something you really can't be overly okay with. That one was one of those videos that I was kind of it's funny because I've actually never seen that one. I know it exists though. But you know, like I know that it exists. But I've never actually seen it because when it was that way I didn't have because it was 18 plus only, I was too young at the time to actually be able to you know, actually watch it. I could have just made an alt account for it, obviously, but, you know, I'm not a liar. I'm no liar. Oh, there's that. Alright. I imagine it probably was. The subject alone sounds... The subject alone sounds very interesting, I would admit. Yeah, look at that. Speedrun strats. See? I said I would. I said I would show you some, and I did. I actually got it that time. I didn't think I would, honestly. But... Okay. There we go. I admit, though, I don't know how I feel about...
Thank you for rescuing me.
That is legitimately interesting, honestly. I guess I'll have to look up that video one of these days just to kind of get more of a, just to kind of get more of a feel for, you know, the overall thing. Though I don't know for sure if it's one of those videos he actually nuked. Oops. No, I promise. The damage is intentional. It's intentional. It's saving me like point, you know, like a quintillionth of a second. It's important. It'll get me like it. That'll be the difference between the record. That'll be the difference. I promise.
Be on the lookout for North Commandos, Spyro.
They better be on the lookout for me.
All of my runs are perfect. I can assure you. I can assure you. Yeah, I know. I gotta work on my frames. Gotta work on that part. I save like point. I don't know. Something. I do kind of wonder how the 100%. I do wonder what the time is for that one. If I had to guess, I'd probably say maybe around 4 hours. Just because that makes the most sense. Okay. Ooh, he's good. He's very good. I guess I just never really paid much attention, honestly. I suppose that in general I'm just not overly perceptive on that stuff. Let's see then. Do I want to try going for the 100? Maybe not. Now those gates could be open, I think. Let's see. Let's try. Maybe over here. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't for the life of me remember how this, where all the stuff was hidden. Yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna try to get to the end. Not really do much else past that. And then we get to go up against the most, unfortunately, very underwhelming final boss in video game history. I mean, not the most underwhelming, but without a doubt, certainly not anything too interesting. That is the most forced bit of alliteration I have ever seen. And I know forced alliteration. This video title was mostly forced alliteration. Alright, last one. This is... No, they always say confronting. All of them do. Oh, I love alliteration. It's a load of fun. Like... Alright, and we have to go after the thieves now. In reality, they're the real final boss here. That's not alliteration. I feel kind of bad though. I've never actually looked up the actual meaning of a ara. So unfortunately, I don't really get the joke whenever it's mentioned. Okay. Now we're gonna deal with some tedious crap. We'll just call this one an any percent. Alright. Now... Oh no. Oh no. I didn't know the context for it. At least for the most part. And I've heard it mentioned a whole lot. Now. I will say one thing. Even though he may be very underwhelming and basically made of wet paper, Nasty Nork is definitely... He is a very good runner. Like I said, tedious. The capital T. Okay, so that's the exact meaning. Alright. That's very interesting, honestly. I guess it just goes to show how context can really shape the way that a language is perceived. Da-da-da. Like that. Oh no, I'm gonna get clipped again, aren't I? Oh, that sucks. Or maybe that's just more fun, I don't know.
You're toast, Nork.
Also, I got him. Like I said, most underwhelming final boss in video game history.
Forgot about you guys. What about
Yeah, I typically do. I have seen it in that context, yes.
Is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom.
Well,
And since we are going on about 4 hours now, I think I'll probably call it a day from here. I mostly just wanted to finish off the rest of the game. I was kind of wanting to go for a 100% run, but honestly, I think if I wanted to do that, I'd have to probably tack on an extra hour. And that'd be a little bit much for me at this point. But regardless, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate every viewer that I get, especially a very active and lively chat. With that, I guess I will see you guys next stream. Which should probably be sometime soon. Like maybe, well, within the next few days, more likely than not. Though probably not quite this long. Either way, I hope that all of you have a nice day. You know, Russell and Oscar, thank you both for being as entertaining as you've always been. And I guess with that, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!